Financial wellness. Reach out to them for advice at 855-DON-GINO. And now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Fronti.
You are here on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Or you can find more at donandgino.com, DONANDGINO.com. Pull that up, and we actually have defeated all the pizza places that challenged us for the first few years. And now, after almost 6 years of sharing with you what you need to know, want to know, and should know about real estate, finance, your community, and just basically general knowledge to help improve your life.
Yeah, I mean, the goal is always to help you improve, and it's a process, not an event. These things don't happen overnight. Just like we talked about America's Professional Resource Group and those professionals, we've been working on that for almost 6 years, trying to make sure we find all the right people. And that's how long it's taken before, I'm going to just talk about me personally, before I've taken action. I started probably around the 3-year mark saying, oh boy, I really got to do this. I really got to do this. And then years 4, 5, and 6 has been implementing the plan.
Including like solar, for example. We both did solar for our homes. That was amazing.
Awesome.
We tried to get Mark Figueroa with Green Convergence SunPower to come on, but he was busy.
Oh, right. Hey, speaking of busy, let's talk about that for a second. So my dad's a general contractor, and I can't get him to come to my house to do work.
You can't get your own dad to help you out.
I cannot.
He's too busy.
He's absolutely booked. He's booked out for the rest of the year. So I always use him as a good litmus test of the economy because trust me, when things were bad, he had nothing to do. He was like coming over my house all the time.
You're like, at least go barbecue, Dad.
Yeah, exactly. So, I know for a fact that if he's busy, a small contractor with just a couple of employees, it's a good state of the economy, at least here in Southern California. I don't know what's happening in the rest of the country. GDP does seem a little bit of anemic, Don. So we're wondering, why is there all this exuberance and excitement and the housing market's booming, yet GDP sucks? What's the deal with that?
Well, the main thing that we want to talk about this segment is confidence.
Okay.
Because bottom line, without confidence, we don't have any growth. In fact, that's what took down basically, the Great Recession per se was really the lack of confidence. Everybody started losing confidence. Everybody jumped on that bandwagon.
Fear.
Now, it was created for good reasons. Some people really made some bad decisions, and that affected all of us.
Investment, speculation, Ponzi, right? That's the cycle.
Yep.
So right now, good news is it doesn't look like we're in speculation or Ponzi. It seems like we're in a good investment cycle.
Right. And there was I think a lot of it's pent up. We had 10 years of really nobody being able to really do anything, not confident enough to get into the housing market, not confident enough they're going to keep their jobs, not confident that their income's going to grow.
Or not qualified.
Or not qualified. There wasn't product available. I mean, there's so many things that were headwinds against us.
Yeah, so we always talk about when you want to buy a home, you need to be ready, willing, and able. And if you don't have all three of those pieces, you can't.
Right.
And I just think we didn't have the trifecta for a long time where people were ready, willing, and able. People were ready, and willing, but they weren't able, or they were ready, but they're not sure they were willing. We missing.
There's
all
another
the
word we have to add to that. Because there's the housing market's so hot right now, and those of you who are out looking at homes, you're like, oh my gosh, there's not enough inventory. There's not enough to look at. So the word I'm going to add to that to help you be successful, and Gino's behind this, is prepared.
Right.
You can be ready, willing, and able, but if you're not fully prepared, and especially with a local real estate professional, a local lender that is trusted and gets the job done, closes on time, and has a great reputation, your chances of success are probably 10%.
I know Rob Schwartz is not here, but that was a gold star answer.
Oh, thank you.
Adding the word prepared to that was pretty bomb, Don.
Thank you. But it's so true. And that's what
100%.
That's what we try to help you with. But seriously, if you're out looking at homes, please make sure you're pre-approved, not pre-qualified. Internet lender, be careful. Right. They're not professionals. There are so many different ways to go about getting finance, and there's so many options now. That's what we want to talk about too. A lot of you out there are like, I don't think I can get into a home. We help so many of you out there get into homes when you did not think you could. I mean, we have a lot of great stories where like, I don't think I can buy a home, and 30 days later, literally like 45 days later, they're in their new home. And what's great is some of those people have already taking that equity position because home values are going up, taking that equity position and got their next home already.
So that, Don, really does circle back to the National Real Estate Cafe. Because if you watch the National Real Estate Cafe daily, we will debunk those myths that are holding you back. And we talk about
like the bubble burst.
The bubble burst. Mortgage insurance is bad for you.
Yeah.
You
can't get a loan. You need to have a high FICO.
You need 20% down.
Right.
I mean, all those things get debunked on the National Real Estate Cafe. So I would love for you to join us. Go to nrecafe.com or text. You can get them delivered to your phone via text by texting NREC, like National Real Estate Cafe. Real estate, one word. NREC. To number 58885, and you'll get them every day on your phone. And depending what the subject is, you watch it or not.
Or you can go look us up on our podcast, and now iTunes is the National Real Estate Cafe, and you get it right to your phone. And we give you little tidbits of what's really happening. We pull numbers from National Associated Realtors, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, California
Bankers Association, all kinds
Bloomberg,
of
and Yahoo Finance, and you name it. We pull CoreLogic is really good.
CoreLogic's good. But so we skim through all that, and we tell you what we think is happening based on putting all those reports together, right? So right now, almost every single report regarding real estate is absolutely trending positive.
Oh, my gosh.
There's really no reason to fear for now. But when the tides turn, we'll let you know.
We'll see it because we see the trends, not just a report. A perfect example, consumer confidence. The media can spin it actually today that consumer confidence is down. It went from 115, anything above 100 is strong. So it went from 115 to 113.
Oh, it's catastrophic.
Oh, my gosh. So consumer confidence is down. It's not down. It's strong.
Right. And that 115 number was what? The strongest in 10 years.
Yes, exactly.
Right. So ultimately, you got to be careful out there going forward. If you buy real estate, because this is something we have to address. If you buy real estate, it is still and always has been a good long-term investment.
Right.
If you start buying it for the short term, then you're speculating. Right. So that's where people get in trouble, is when they speculate on real estate. So unless you're a professional flipper, then you should probably be very careful flipping property in this market. I know a lot of professional flippers, and they're having a hard time making margin right now.
Yeah, it's a lot more difficult. Well, we've had a huge increase in values over the last few, and now there's not a lot of those short sales and foreclosure. Now, some of our great real estate professionals, if you want to meet any of them, they still have some great opportunities for those. They know about them before anyone else. In fact, do you know that a lot of the homes available on the market you will not find on the MLS?
Well,
you'll never see it.
It's a lot of they're called pocket listings. They've always existed, and they still exist today, because the reality is, if you're a good agent, you should have a pool of buyers for your sellers to utilize. So I don't necessarily need to put this on the MLS, because I've already got a pool of buyers that are willing to pay what you want to pay, what you want to be paid, Mr. Seller.
Right.
And so those transactions happen behind the scenes.
Well, also, did you realize, this is really important, that the top real estate professionals, the top ones that are controlling the market, actually control 70%, approximately 70% of all listings?
Wow, that is an astronomical
So
number.
if you don't have a professional that knows other professionals, or has an in, or is a part of a networking group of other professionals, your chances, again, are diminished.
So let me tell you an example, a little story. I know a buyer who couldn't find anything on the market. What does a very good real estate agent do? A super successful real estate agent says, you know what? I think I sold a client of mine 2 to 3 years ago a home that would suit your needs. Let me call them and see if they'd be interested in selling for the right price. That house never was on the market. That seller was never thinking of selling their home, but the buyer got the home of their dreams, and the seller got to sell for a great price because they had a great agent.
Yeah, and you may not even know what you can sell for. A lot of times you'd be surprised at how much your home has gone up, to where you can potentially roll that equity, especially with rates being so good and so many programs available, that you can roll into your new home, your dream home, and probably not change your payment by a whole lot.
Yeah, rates are fantastic right now, and I know this is kind of a bad word, but the truth is, if you're looking to move up and you're looking to buy more expensive homes and jumbo loans, although fixed rates have gone up, ARMs have stayed pretty low.
And they're not, when you hear about rates going up, this is why you have to pay attention, especially in the National Real Estate Cafe. Rates have gone up. Guess what? They were the same interest rates, where the rates are now, is exact same as they were this time last year. And last year was a crusher year for real estate. I think this year is going to be even bigger. It is on fire right now. We've actually doubled our January last year.
Yeah. It is on fire. Market's absolutely on fire. Applications are through the roof.
Plus, we're doing a great job. That's why people are coming to us.
Obviously, Don, that has a lot to do with it. And we're super proud of our team at Skyline Home Loans that it's allowing us to take care of these things and help you get into a home right now. But again, you do need a great team behind you, mortgage professional, real estate agent. Getting offers accepted this summer is going to get tough.
Yeah, you really need to have the right people behind you because we heard it from a broker who runs a very successful real estate outfit. He goes, if I have the option of choosing basically a lender that I know gets the job done, that I trust, versus bodunk.com, I don't know who they are and I don't trust that they're going to get the job done. And my job is to make sure the seller actually sells their home. So I'm going to choose someone that I know will get the job done, and I'll actually work with a real estate agent that I know gets the job done.
Accountability gets the job done, Don.
Ooh, there you go. There's your gold star.
All right, maybe silver.
Okay. All right, when we come back, we have accountability because we love sharing great information. We have one of the most experienced, I think probably the most experienced insurance professional in all of Santa Clarita, over 30 years experience, owns his own insurance company basically called Carlos Villalobos Insurance. He has all kinds of options. He takes care of our business, our homes, our autos, everything, because he is the man. He will be here when we come back to the second half of the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. You're not going to want to miss it. Carlos always has pearls of wisdom that's going to change your life.